Is there a class on Wednesday?
Don't rest in there. Fully rotate, so turn it behind you. Towards the wall. A full rotation, just take it as far as you're comfortable with. Go out in front of your right hand, grip the jaw, middle of the jaw, and rotate it as far as you can. Rotate it the other way. So straight arm, rotate it. What it's doing is it's taking your arm through its movement and stretching all the muscles in the forearm and the bicep. Change, no parents even.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, go down by the side. We're going to switch arms. So it runs, rotates, and gets caught at this point on the underside here. The jaw comes across. As the palm faces down with the hand underneath there, and then switches, comes around, rotates, and switch. Down, it's down, cup, down, cup. So palms are both facing downwards as it exchanges. So it's down, 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 then down. See, like this at this point. Rotate. That one takes over. So it mirrors the hand. It mirrors it as it comes around. Mirrors it as it comes around. Mirrors it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Good. Okay. Shows out in front of you. With a little bit of Nick Yo. So like this. Upper hand here. Pull the jaws gently towards you. Slide the other hand down and switch. Continue. Do about 6 each side. Right, put the jaw on the ground. Put it on the jaw. Put a little bit of pressure on. Just roll it backwards and forwards and take all the stress out of your feet with the jaw. You feel that? Feel all the little bits of grit and stuff like inside of there. Just take it across. Switch. Just take it across. Switch. So while you're doing this, just look at your feet. Are you pointing out that way? Are you facing the direction that you need to be? You're not facing that way, you're facing in the ring, so our intention is that way. Continue with the feet, and then make sure you go back into a position. And just really think about how you're placing your feet. Are you lifting your feet? Are they sliding? Are you lifting them? Are you sliding? Are you transferring the weight onto the back foot? So when you're making a CEH, are we sliding? Are we gliding? Are we setting? You really want to be gliding. The correct position, the correct hand position is here. So we're in rhythm. Okay. place the jaw in front of you. This position here, what we're going to do is make 10 counts. So turn the hand, make 10 count, but try and keep the jaw in this position so it stays horizontal and horizontal. Don't move it backwards and forwards and front, don't move it around. Try and keep it controlled. And the point of the exercise is just the coordination. So you coordinate the hand, the body movement, and the feet movement all in one. So, same position. So we're off to the side of the jaw now. So we can slide this hand on the underside, so it's cupped, raise, and come down the other side. So we've got one hand facing downwards, one facing underside. So palm up, palm down, to the middle, come under, and work to the other side. 1, 2,
and you take your kemi from this technique by either flipping over the top or doing a backward roll, depending on the severity of the throw. And corner drop sumiyotoshi can be described two ways. It can be described as a throwing technique where it's pretty fast, or a drop technique where you drop somebody almost in front of you. So we'll explore both of them tonight. But before we do so, let's just continue a little bit more with that tenkan and the feeling of the tenkan. Do you remember just before when we started we had the connection, and then the hand turned and the foot turned. So there's the connection. So when you get this kind of connection, it's a sort of I'm pushing from my hip on the connection. If you release and then connect, there's the meat. I'm not allowing him to collapse my arm onto me. I'm not allowing this to happen. I'm connecting here, so it's very, very strong connection. The hand moves, then the foot, then the turn. This grip is maintained throughout. So there's the connection, hand moves, then the foot, then the turn. This is where you finish that movement. So let's just practice that first. If you lower your centre, bend your knees, and then put the full grip on. That's where you should end up. Otherwise your grip's just slacking. That's it. That's where it brings you, elbow down. So the grip is gone. See, the grip's gone. Grip goes, he lowers his knees. Grip goes up, and then the grip on. That's where he needs to be. Because he's maintaining the grip. The reason he's like that is because he's lazy. Standing up. His grip was right through, maintained. That's where we end up there. So when you're looking, that's where you see how it feels. Just a passive grip, yeah. Just a passive grip. So you keep that grip, then you have to understand it. Nonchalant, you think, oh shit, I might just pull it out. Stop. On this movement, we've got the connection, and we've got the grip, the hand moves, then the foot, and then the turn. And this is where you end up. And you see where that shoulder is, it's back there, and this one's at the front. 1, 2, there. Now if you grasp with 2 hands, here, watch what happens to this shoulder, So 1, 2, 3. So that shoulder's come forward, and this is where I end up. So the turning circles change. 1, 2, 3. Turning circles changed against the one grip where that's back there. And you bring it back, and look where he is. One, 2, 3. So that shoulder's come forward. So that's what we're practicing next. Okay. Thank you. Remember, when you grip, you've got twice as much power now for him to shift. You've got twice as much power for him to shift. Come back to this later. So as I said before, corner drop is either a throwing technique or a dropping to the floor technique. And the grip is here. This is the grip. This is the grip. So I want to alter his symmetry, so he's pretty solid now. Just this turn here, as I'm pushing in and slightly out, is altered. It's taken his symmetry this way. So he's stable. We've got a connection. There. Altered. Then I'm going to bring it across my hips and drop to the ground. Yeah. So there's the connection. I've altered his center line. I'm going to bring it across my hips and drop to the ground. Now I want you to study his left foot. It's like film, isn't it? My left foot.
It's pretty bad, my left foot. Don't look at it.
Study his foot. So I've altered his center line. I've brought it around. See how the foot came up? So he ended up like this. 1. There's the alteration. 2, 3. And the cut down is here. So I'm not allowing him to roll back. 1, 2, 3. I'm drawing this in. I'm drawing this in. And then cutting down. Connection, deflection. Connect, deflect. So we've got a connection, and then a deflection of him. And now I need to take him somewhere. That's a displacement path, which is the ground, obviously. So we've got connection, deflection, displacement path. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay? So that's a dropping technique. And the other is a throwing technique. So you're taking him this way and then throwing. You're taking him this way and then throwing him back. This way and then throwing. So it's all bigger against the compressed. Practice both. Thank you. Action. So the connection and the deflection is all done in left hammy. It's all done in left hammy. 1. And then the displacement path is 1 step through with the right. Down, yeah. Bringing them down. So I noticed straight away that we're going a little bit too fast for practice purposes. We need to be going at a slightly slower pace. So, Paul, please. Let's work on the hip-to-hip method. Hip-to-hip method. So we've got our connection, and then our displacement, our deflection comes to this hip, and then it comes across to this hip, and then I step through. In other words, it's not arm swing. For the drop technique, it's connection, deflection to this hip, then to this hip. See what happened to him? Watch him. Connection. I've altered these asymmetries. Come to this hip, and then to this hip, and go through. And that's all there is to it. You can get too elaborate and start to do all this. Then it just becomes a shoulder technique rather than a body art. What? Hip, hip, cut. And the cut is you go into horse stance. So after the throw, 1, 2. After the throw, this one is up here, and this one is down. It's not down there like that. This one's staying up here. I've cut down. So we just go to the cut down part here. He's already falling. This comes up and this comes down. So it's a drop technique. From here we can roll to drop into an arm pin. So just slow it down and work on the grip, the connection, the alteration of isosymmetry. Come to this hip and then cut it across to this hip. Then this arm comes down, you step forward once and he drops. So this is up here and this is down. Okay, try it again. Just slow it down a little bit. Try and work through the technical part of the movement. Oh, yeah. Testicles, spectacles, wallet and watch.
Tabs, wallet.
Testicles, spectacles, wallet and watch. So you're coming across to here. Yeah. 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 And then you're drawing it in, whereas this hand comes under here, please. Here, you've got your connection. So you've altered these asymmetries. Just enough, it's not much. Then it comes to this hip. And then it cuts across to this hip. And then he's already he falls to here. This hand stays up. Connection, there. Yeah, it's disconnected. So it's not pushing that way, it's cutting in. It's cutting in. Feel the difference in that? Yes. It's cutting in. Yeah. And you don't.
Yes.
Now, this
Come up.
Yeah. So here, posture. This is the connection, deflection, hip. This hand comes up. Good. Champion. Corner drop. Yeah. Yep. So you can be doing it from some my now, where he comes in and he grasps and you move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So bring them both down. That one stays up. Stays. Yeah, this one comes up. That one's going down. This one. Going in the middle. The other one's going down. So it yeah. And then it goes on to that one. Yeah.
That's when Batman stars come off them. Come on, where your hand is.
Connection, deflection, displacement path. So there is a reason why we train slowly in techniques, so you can fit all parts into it, you know, the beginning, a middle and an end. Obviously you need to start off fast in order to move off the line of attack, start the technique off. Then there's a middle part, that the bit of ham. You've got a bit of bread, a bit of ham, a bit of bread at the end. So the bit of bread's the fast bit where you move off the line and set everything up. That nice bit of meat in the middle is where you enjoy the technique, where you're putting the pain on the joint. And then the end part, where you're disposing of the person on the end of the technique. So beginning, middle, end. Unfortunately, a lot of people miss out the middle. They just want to go fast right through the whole lot, and it just spoils everything. Because speed costs technique. Faster you go through a technique, there's bound to be bits dropping off. So that's why we practice slow and to put all the bits in. You know, when I argue about from showman, elbow, wrist, keep them separate. Elbow, wrist, because the faster you go, it's just going to become wrist, isn't it? It's just going to gel, bits are going to fall off the faster you go. Speed costs technique. So we'll make a technique now and end up with a pin. So your shiro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and end up with a pin. So there's the pin. Everything's locked here. So you're controlling the elbow and the wrist joint on the pin. So just for training purposes, we'll just go straight into the wrist out turn to here. So this is where he ends up on his back. I'll change the angle. Here. 1, 2, 3. There, where he's ended up. So I want him turned over. So I'll take the elbow and I'll push it across the face like this. That'll happen in an instant. As soon as he hits the ground, he's just turned. As soon as he hits the ground, I've turned him. And I've moved in and I'm controlling the elbow and the wrist. So if you blend in with his fall, he'll turn over quite easily. If you allow him time, he'll stay put on his back. He's landed now, he's quite happy on his back. Now I've got to start working to get him over. And if I'm pushing this way and he moves his legs, he'll just go on all day like this. Nothing's happening. There is a way of overcoming it, which you know. We've got to here. He's quite happy on his back there, and I start moving it. So what I'll do now is I'll just push his inner elbow into his face, and then I'll start rotating around. And there's a horrible moment here when he says, I wish I'd gone over the first time. But if you keep the movement going and you track him, 1, 2, 3, and switch. Here, and switch. So you see when from here, and switch. So there's a pin. One, switch. 1, switch. 1, switch. And we'll leave it at that for now. We'll move on to finish it. So there's the pressure here. Okay, good. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Testicles, spectacles, wallet and watch.
Tabs, wallet.
Testicles, spectacles, wallet and watch. So you're coming across to here. Yeah. Yeah.
Under your head. Under your head.
Yeah. And then you're drawing it in, whereas this hand comes under here, please. Here, you've got your connection. So you've altered these asymmetries. Just enough, it's not much. Then it comes to this hip. And then it cuts across to this hip. And then he's already he falls to here. This hand stays up. Connection, there. No, yeah, it's disconnected. So it's not pushing that way, it's cutting in. It's cutting in. Feel the difference in that? Yes. It's cutting in. Yeah. And you don't.
Yes. Yes, big thank you.
Now, this
Come up.
Yeah. So here, posture. This is the connection, deflection, hip. This hand comes up. Good. Champion. Corner drop. Yeah. Yep. So you can be doing it from some mine now, where he comes in and he grasps and you move 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
So bring them both down. That one stays up. Stays.
Is it like the hand up and the feet out and the hand up?
Yeah, and this one comes up, that
Yeah.
one's going down. This one. Or in the, no, the other one's going down.
So like the steam out and all that.
So it will, yeah,
Juice and
and then goes into that one. Yeah.
so
That's not some Batman stars come off them. Come on, get your hand.
Like them. That other hand looks up, stays on.
that's good. So just do it. So it's still there enough. Swing on there.
Connection, deflection,
Always doing.
displacement path. One, two, three, four. One, right forward, left forward, right forward, left forward. That was the switch. Okay, this time, round. We stay here. This time we stay here. We don't switch. We stay here. Let's land you about there so we can see. Here. Where you can't see. You probably have to come round rather than me trying to work at your angle. Wherever I land, come round so you can see. One, two, three. This is worth noting as well. This way, this way, this way. So I can see his back. Through. Round. Okay, come round, please. Come round. Right, this is where we are. We haven't done any switching. This time I'm going to drop this knee right down this muscle. Here. There. So this is where I was. I'm going to drop this knee down that muscle there. This is why you need to be facing this way. See where this knee's ended up. If this wasn't there, I might lose it, and he's up. Yeah. So I've thrown him, and then he's here. When I haven't switched, I'm here. I've dropped. This stays in. Then I've switched. This stays in. Then I've switched. Then I brought this arm through as I've dropped down. So he's hooked here. He's hooked here. I can take this hand and rotate it around. See with the fingers with this lock on. But it's more of a crossover lock here. So we lean forward and turn to the right. We lean forward and turn to the right. And the more bend I've got in this arm, the worse it is for him. If his arm is straight, it's difficult. But if it's a slight bend in it, there's loads of pressure on there. So this is where I am. There's a slight bend in it, so there's loads of pressure on there. Drop it and get up. some schools put the arm slashed across the back before you get up.
Yeah.
You know how difficult it is sometimes to bring your arm back from that angle. I just like to get out of here. Here. On. Bam. I'm gone. Okay. So practice that and then we'll further it. Cut the gaishi pin. Cut a gaishi pin.
That's not. Yeah.
Well, I'm not that dandy, you know. With many breaks.
Yeah.
Wonder what's happened to the shoulder. You feel it on the top of the shoulder.
Good. All right. Okay, echo here. Here. This hand stays in front of you on that on that turn as well. This would be incorrect. 1, 2. See how it's behind me. So this is binding. This is coming. This is coming with me. You're coming with me. You're coming with me. Then what? Just move around, boys, if you can't see. So there's my root out. Here. Here. Out. Okay. So if I just drag you along here a little bit. So this is where I ended up. So I brought them round, and I've dropped. I secured here, and I've got this. Now I can drop from here. So I've got the hook on here. Then I come down and bring this one up. Okay, and finish it off here. So you're hooked here. All right on that?
Yeah.
You feel okay?
Yeah.
So we're hooked here. Okay, give that a go. Oh, just one thing before you start. When you're hooked here, you drop down to hook it under, to bring it back. Don't try and pull it up. Yeah. You've got this, you're causing him pain as it goes over, drop down, hook it under, and come up with everything. Yeah. Everything's the same.
Yeah, I'm just seeing what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Underneath. Steve, tell us when it is.
Right, bring it up.
so you're hooking it over, and then come up.
I didn't take the bread.
Tell us when, mate. I don't want to.
Well, you can grab that, look, you can grasp around that. He's hooked there. He's hooked there, and you grab that.
Yeah.
It's not very.
Better if you turn your head back that way.
I'm not flexible.
So he's hooked there, look.
Yeah.
Hooked there. You can grab there. There's something different there. Yeah.
That's still,
That one's still there.
that's still here.
Good.
I don't know whether he turned this way.
Stay. It's the same as before, yeah. Same as everything's the same as before. Drop, 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 drop. Bring it out.
This here, dropping the leg here.
Yeah.
So we've
So you're there. Now you want this. You want to hook this on.
So I want to come down this way here. I've still got this one up here. I'm coming down
Put
to
your
you
forearm
here.
on there. Hook it under,
Rest
and then
around.
sit up with your body. Come up with your body, and that's it. You can grab that wrist with that hand.
Sorry?
No, you stay on with that.
Yeah.
You grab that wrist with that hand.
Oh, I see there.
Yeah, that's hooked.
Yeah. That's it?
Yeah.
That's what I want to do. Come on, try this. Stay there. Stay there, Rob. No, don't move. I'm not. It was the arm came that way and came that way.
That's right, because they would have been twisted that way.
Yeah.
He can't get there. He'll never get there in his life.
So they were there.
That's right.
Yeah, they were there. They were twisted that way and pulled
Yeah.
that way. To see on the video the other week.
Yeah.
That's cheap. That's cheap. It was on Chiba's video. The one you were looking at. I like him.
He's brutal.
Yeah.
Brutality.
That's why he's got his favourite tool.
Kotegaeshi pin. Kotegaeshi pin. Okay. Drop down. Settle that knee down. Put the first pin on. Reach out and grab the second one. That's it. Nice. Hook that under. Hook that arm under there.
Left the back arm going, yeah? Oh, you
Hook that under
Okay,
there.
that's it.
Right, you there, son?
Quite a lot of pressure on
Sorry,
this.
mate.
No, on the nearest shoulder, there's quite a lot of pressure on it.
Yeah, that's.
I live. He's going for the top day. Oh, he's going Been there. I don't want to go back there again. Step back to the owner.
I had that arm across there. We actually holding that, and that's doable.
Okay, so we were working on that principle of this grip, connection, turn, foot to here. Do you remember? Half an hour ago, 45 minutes ago, and then we asked our partner to grasp with 2 hands. Yeah, so it's the same principle. 1, 2, 3. So what we're going to do from 3, we're going to rotate this hand this way until his elbow comes up. And then throw. And kokyo. So 1, 2. And the grip is really fierce grip. 1, 2, 3. If the grip is really fierce, look, oh, see what happens just when I'm turning here. So the lock is throwing him, and this grip, strong grip, strong grip. You're turning. Hip, throw. So you're not throwing into the distance. I'm throwing into the ground. Because I might be in. How many hand touch was that? Here. Yeah. A kokyo, air throw, energy throw. And the nicest part about it is this. That turn, that from there to there, from there to there. This turn comes with a little bit of forward movement and then turns and extends to the ground. If he hangs on till the very end, well, yeah, if I try and throw him and he hangs on to the end, I haven't got enough extension. So, on. To the ground. And Yuki's job is to hang on as long as possible, not let go up here. Okay, practice. Okay, throw. Right, go and track him. Go and get him. Change to the hand, other side. Go get him. 3, one more. Right, change. 4. Yeah. Quickly. 1, 2. Go and get him. Go and get him. Track him. Go and get him. Go get him. Yep. I think that was his 4. Remember your twists. I'm not seeing any of this.
I'm trying to put this. Is there a vice on there?
Here.
There's no ham in your sandwich.
A vice on the edge?
Quickly, change. Tank on.
Right down this curve, and right across the top of your back, yeah? Yeah. But all you do is just the ball.
Go get him. Go get him. Be there when he gets up.
You can't defend the come back. Go ahead. Yeah, got it.
There you go. See, perfect, isn't it? Touch the ground. Extend and touch the ground. So you need to be bending your knees. Up. Bend your knees. Bend your knees. Go get him. Go get him. Okay, change. Kokyo. 1 and turn. Go get him. Don't wait there. Be there when he gets up. Okay. You've got 3 minutes left. Okay, with your partner, make Shomen Taisabaki. Oh, we haven't got loads of time left. It's only 6 minutes past. Okay, just stop. You spend that much time deliberating, we're moving on. Yokumen Shihonagi. Yokumen Shihonagi. Yokumen Shihonagi. Okay, change Shomen Ikkyo. Shomen Ikkyo. Shomen Ikkyo.
Go straight through, pull it straight through.
Shomen Ikkyo.
Right, come straight towards me. You can do it the other way, but it's straight towards Remember, you catch these arms when it's going up rather than on the other side. So as soon as you swing these arms,
Okay, Yashiro Kotagaishi. Yashiro Kotagaishi. Yashiro Kotagaishi. Yashiro Kotagaishi.
He's coming round. I'm stepping out this foot, this hand drops onto the foot, and then it's just pulling out after that. Aye, aye, all right. So, you step back with that foot, and then you get it to momentum. That hand,
Okay, next one. Gyaku Sumiotoshi. We did it tonight. Gyaku Sumiotoshi. Sumiotoshi. Corner drop. We did it tonight.
yeah, so you go for that way. You're going to take it out, and then back into your centre.
So it's, no.
Come to your centre. Don't forget, touch points, centre, and then into your hip.
Taps.
Step by step.
So,
To your centre. And then go to your other. Taps, just leave one back for you. Step.
Taps. Straight.
And then that fighting point, centre. And then into the hip.
Okay, Shomen Kaitanagi. You just stay where you're on that. Shomen Kaitanagi. Shomen Kaitanagi. Shomen Kaitanagi.
Bring them in
Shomen Kaitanagi.
to your centre there, and then go into the other hip.
Right, so now we can do that, we'll straighten that one.
Fighting point, bring it to your centre.
Push the ball out.
Who's doing that?
Who's doing that? Washing water.
Because you're attacking
Washing
the
water.
You attack. This is what happens when you get there with nothing. Bring it to your centre there.
Self,
Again, to the knee.
go all the space and all
Next one, Shomen Ikkyo. Shomen Ikkyo. Ikkyo, Shomen. Shomen Ikkyo. Shomen Ikkyo. Just stay where you are on that. Shomen Ikkyo. Shomen Ikkyo. Okay, Shomen Ikkyo, negative. Which some of us are already doing it anyway, so.
positive that way. Yeah. Do that. Yeah.
So you want to step first. You want to turn.
Step, whip it round that. Yeah, yeah. Hang on. Oh, step it up. Your leg on the side of my leg.
Good.
Of course. You just open the gate.
Yeah. About taking his balance to that.
Spread, slowly. That's it. Back leg back. Just a little bit further back on the line. Right.
Make it easier to the other forward. That's it.
Well, I step in. Let me pick up. Step.
Okay.
There. Just behind you a little bit. Yeah, you've opened everything up.
Well, it's the last session of the month, so we're getting a bit better, aren't we? We're getting a bit fitter. It's really hard coming back after Christmas. Okay. We'll get there. Okay. So, we dedicate this lesson tonight to Sensei John Harding, who passed away a year ago tomorrow. He's gone to train at a higher club. So this was for him. Okay. Right. どうもありがとう。